Alright, welcome back to more Standard on Arena with me, Autumn, aka Rainy the Witch. Playing a bit of a weird one today. I discovered this Wagon card was legal in Standard a couple days ago, and have been wanting to play it on stream. So I brewed this deck up. Sure, it's not perfect, but it definitely seems worth a spin. And maybe we can tweak and tune it as we go. Wagon finds lands, gets crewed, becomes very large and in charge. Alongside Hauntwoods, we really reliably ramp to 5 mana for our Nissas or Roxannes. We have Beanstalk to work with Hauntwoods, Roxanne and Nissa. And then a bunch of 4-power critters to help crew the Worldwagon. Of course, Nissa and Overlord can crew it, but Trailblazer and Baloth can also crew it, as can Flourishing Bloom-Kin. And we have a very, very light red splash. We can't go too heavy on the red cards because we are trying to play Flourishing Bloom-Kin. But we do have a single mountain and a few other incidental ways to grab it, plus Hauntwoods and Wagon can make mountains for us so that we can have some removal spells in the red matchups, and Roxanne as an amazing, amazing piece of top end. Don't know how this is going to perform. I'm curious to give it a spin though. And yeah, I just really want to make some Wagon decks. I have like a teamer list I want to work on at some point as well. Nice to be brewing a deck on stream for a change instead of just playing the latest challenge deck. Maybe the 2 Genesis waves should just be doppelgangs and we just assume that we'll eventually like have blue mana before we need it. Hey Emily, welcome, welcome. Alright, we are against the red deck. Sure thing. Could just go Bloom-Kin fight. Honestly, sounds pretty reasonable. It uses up my Bushwhack, which we do need for like... Our Bushwhack does go and find our red mana. I could also just go Bushwhack for red source, torch this, play elf. That's probably better. Oh, do I need to wait on this torch? I'm so used to just firing this off against these red decks, but like I'm also not used to being so light on removal. I think I'm gonna cast it, because we can't play over the top of Monstrous Rage ever. And there's decent odds I'm tapping out next turn. Hey Callie, welcome. Matchup you want to search the mountain for, exactly. Alright. Big blocker. We'll see if it matters. That's our Bloom-Kin a bit more juiced up. They have talent. If they have rage, they get to pump in. They do not have rage. Okay. Oh, I can actually kill the Heartfire. So I could go Nissa, pay for life, kill this, fight Heartfire, and then hold this back to block to try and protect Nissa. All right. 1 game 1 against Gruul. Not exactly how I expected that to go. Let's bring in our Pyroclasms, our Nemesis, take out these Genesis waves. Maybe Frillback could be good. They have shown us Innkeeper's talent as well. I assume Nissa is quite bad, even though she was nice that game. I assume Baloth is probably not terribly impressive. It's mainly for the Pixie matchup. I guess this gets to be a big blocker that plays well with Pyroclasm. Or I could keep in a Baloth. It crews the Worldwagon too. It's obviously not a great card in the matchup, but it's probably better than anything else we could have in. Alright, let's try this. Game up against Gruul. You'd love to see it. So mean to the mice. Where did this deck come from? I just kind of made it. I want to play with Worldwagon. I don't think this is a perfect first attempt, but I think it's like an interesting starting point to work from. I'm probably going to end up playing some Teemo at some point in the next like week. Because I kind of want to try and see if you can do Worldwagon with Doppelgang. And that probably ends up looking like not having the Bloom-Kins and being a bit more like top-endy. Alright, well, I guess I am playing the beans here. Okay, classic double elf Pyroclasm hand versus the 2/3. Yeah, Teemo Ramp. Teemo Ramp gets the new dragon card, right? Deals 3 to everything and then starts making dragons. That card seems like quite interesting to me. The Nissa deck CFT and Jason were trying. Yeah, I wanted to try something like that on stream at some point soon. Yeah, Wild Soul Rage minus Rage. Yeah, I don't know that I'm necessarily into like the analysty stuff, but what's my Pro Tour status right now? My Pro Tour status is that I'm qualified for the regional championship. I fell off in Seattle. I went like 10-6 in the main event and then lost my finals of the PTQ to not qualify on 2 different metrics. Maybe I have to chump with an elf this turn. I guess attacking for 1 is irrelevant anyway. Should at least have the option open. You remember that? Yeah, it was a little sad, but it's okay. I think, as weird as it is, I think trying to battle back has been kind of like good or healthy for me in a way. I also think this game is like stone unwinnable. I think I would rather just pack this one up. Yeah, let's try game 3. The Llanowar Elves Pyroclasm thing is very awkward. Like, I don't know. I think I'd, oh, maybe cut Pyroclasm on the play? Maybe. If I had more compelling cards to bring in instead of the Pyroclasm, I might. Okay. Keep this. But I mean, he almost wants to bottom the elf. I think it's fine though. Cool, yeah, they're spending a turn killing the elf instead of developing a 1-drop. It's quite acceptable by me. Oh, I kind of want to play just District now. I feel like casting Worldwagon next turn is really important. I think I only need the 1 wagon. I think the first wagon's going to be really nice, and the second wagon's like not really defensive enough against my opponent's deck. Right, do this. Are they druiding? They're druiding, that sounds like kind of phenomenal for me. Yeah, seeking that beast. They get to Nemesis me. Pretty spooky card, but I'm also gonna like kind of be killing them very soon. I don't know. I could go Beanstalk Bloom-Kin, or I could play Hauntwoods. Hauntwoods even grows the Wild Wagon. It's kind of absurd. But Beanstalk Bloom-Kin means I have 2 huge attackers, and they're going to be forced to keep Nemesis on defense forever. And then I get to draw a card with Hauntwoods later. So I think that's pretty good. The dragon card can mean a lot of things. It's true. It's true. Is this like when I refer to everything as talent? Every talent is just shorthanded to talent. Refuse to hear otherwise. Dragon back assault. Yeah, that sounds about right. Whatever it is, the card seems very silly to me. See, they do have a defensive Nemesis. That's like weirdly annoying. But I am about to draw 1 million cards. So I think we'll be fine. I guess I'm just like not attacking them for a bit, but they're gonna have to stop attacking me pretty soon. Oh, Bolt, very nice. I did that duel with cases, yeah. Any card that's like X of the X or X is X or whatever, I'm just like all of those get shorthanded the same way. Ooh, Nemesis, interesting. So I can Obolt a Nemesis. They deal 4 to me. I can crew the Worldwagon, play a land, play my Nemesis, do some swinging. I guess the fear is, well, what even is the fear? They can't deal 4 to this at instant speed. I guess they could deal 3 to this. Like, pretty hard for them to do. Maybe I'm allowed to surveil first and let that inform my decision, but I think I'm just going to be going for it. Unless the card on top is so busted that I don't mind waiting. My card is, like, fine. I mean, that card, like, probably guarantees lethal next turn. Nemesis fights a Nemesis, kills another Nemesis. It seems fine. If I kill this, I go to 10. I play this Nemesis. I crew this. So I'm going to keep that and actually do the boring defensive play, because I think I kill them pretty trivially next turn. And I think it's exceptionally hard for them to kill me. I can just chill. Yeah, they wasted their mana. Amazing. I could have threatened lethal that turn. Yeah, I'd have to crew with the Hauntwoods, but then both of these would grow to... I guess it would have been 10 power. Yeah, I guess it would have been a tiny bit short. Alright. Well, let's try having Nemesis fight a Nemesis. And see what happens. They have Rage. Oh, yes, they could Rage to save a Nemesis from the fight. And then that would allow them to kill the Hauntwoods, but I would still get to crew. So it would be fine. I guess double Rage could get them here. Yeah, they do have the Rage. Okay. I fight. Deal Oh, I took 6. Oh, that's actually really awkward, because now if I kill a Nemesis, it gets to fire off 6 damage, but that still only kills the Hauntwoods, and then they still die? I guess it's fine. Yeah, face. Maybe face is better. Maybe I'm being silly. So now I kind of die to a shock, I guess. Oh my god. I'm playing this so badly. I am not used to playing red removal against Nemesis. I'm used to playing my nowhere to runs and being happy. Whatever. It's fine. It doesn't really matter. Easy. I played that like disastrously, but whatever. Just learning, right? I will mulligan this hand, I suppose. I will certainly keep this. I guess we're just gonna hope that these removal spells have text. Well, we're against domain, so classic keep removal spells versus domain and feel a little sad. They have the Beanstalk, sure thing. Ooh, the Wild Wagon. Okay, we can save this Beanstalk for a bit and just get the Wild Wagon down. It's kind of nice. Do I get a mountain here? Oh, Jamura. Thank you for the 4-month free sub. Thank you, Jamura. Appreciate you. Hell yeah. Oh my god. The like 10th removal spell. Oh boy. Okay. Well, they don't Zermie, I get to Hauntwoods and crew Wagon. Have I reworked the deck at all? I threw it together before the stream. I like changed a couple cards on the stream, but not much. I think it is quite likely that I don't know that I want to put a huge amount of tuning into this, but I do kind of like the idea of taking some of the ideas from this and working on Tima at some point. Tima sounds quite compelling to me. Alright, so let's go for a Hauntwoods. Obviously, I have to hope they don't have a Zer, but that was always going to be the case with us having a million removal spells in hand. I guess I worry about getting rides ended, but I don't feel like not attacking is terribly legal here with how our hand looks. If they get losting, sure. I do feel like ill-timed explosion is pretty interesting too. Like, I think sweepers are like secretly actually pretty good even against the Zer deck. Because they animate a thing and then like you kill Zer and the thing they animated and their 2/1s. And suddenly you feel pretty okay. Go away, Llanowar Elf. No one wants you. Does anyone remember when everyone was clamoring that like Llanowar Elves was going to be broken in Standard and just like completely miserable, and why is this card in the format for 5 years? And now it like sees a very marginal amount of play. You do, and you're a part of that clamoring, yeah. It's very funny to me. Where's the Sunfall? I could probably scoop at a moment. Give it a year or two and it'll be a different tune, or 3, or 4, or 5. I have to admit, I'm slightly guilty here. I thought Spell Pierce would be too strong. And that card barely sees play. I think I might have scooped. They have 7 cards in hand and 2 beans. I don't know. Life EV. The life EV is too important. That is so bad into their sweepers. But maybe I still just want it. Could also just like bring in a Stonebrain. Is more Nissa's the answer? Nissa is really good against them. It's certainly true. Alright, we'll play first. Beanstalk, Pawpatch, sign me up. We have a beans, we can answer their beans. What more could you want from a hand? Alright. Oh my god, they're not get losting. Let's go. We get to Overlord. Play this game in slightly easier fashion. They milled a Terra Sundra, so they definitely have answers in hand. They just didn't have one that turn. Yeah, it's very strange. This Bloom-Kin card almost feels really good. The problem is the like morph mode is kind of disastrously bad. And it has all these like weird deck building restrictions, like having to play a pile of Bushwhacks that I'd probably prefer not to have in my deck. So I suspect it is not worth the cost, and that like that means you get to have an actual mana base and more colors. I don't want to fire off the second one. I have my next 2 land drops sorted, but I also have literally infinite to do with my mana, and Nissa kills their overlords anyway. Yeah, let's just play 21 lands. That's true. But then you end up just having to search for lands with it a bunch anyway, because the deck's pretty mana hungry and pretty happy to hit its land drops. No, my beans. That's kind of heartbreaking. Anyway, cast the broken card. Is the Temur Saga playable? I believe. Oh wait, the Saga. I don't have not looked at the Saga. Maybe. Need to take a proper look at it. I think the Temur Dragon card is like pretty interesting. That sweeps the board. But... oh, the 5/5 elephants twice. It is a lot of stats. Cannot be denied. I may just Awaken the Woodsing and threatening to combo kill them. The problem is they already want to kill my Overlord this turn anyway. So maybe it's better to Roxanne and crack these maps instead. It's pretty good. And then if they sweep me, I Awaken the Woods after. and like really force them to have the second answer. Oh, the maps play kind of awfully with Bushwhack. That's funny. Oh, it's the 5/5 elephants, then double power and toughness in the third mode. Interesting. I could Awaken the Woods. I could also just make a huge Bloom-Kin. I think I am force them to have the answer mode. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so we do 7. Good luck, have fun, opponent. Yeah, Woods into Nissa as well. It does seem that way. They don't have second sweeper right now. And if they do, we have plenty to do afterwards. Lockdown. Ah, these are lands, friend. Can I be greedy and draw a card of beans? I don't really know how they'd ever stop me anyway, but drawing a card of beans sounds fun, okay? Hey Bo, good to see you. Surprise Bo appearance. I would like to give my creatures like +15/+15 in trample, please. Is this acceptable? Alright, Awaken the Woods was pretty good there. I can't deny. There's a Bo appearance. Wow. Right there, silly. Lands, am I right? Oh my god, that would have been the best lands, am I right, ever. Really messed up. I kind of want to get rid of this elf, I don't know. Almost. Maybe that's crazy. Yeah, Worldwagon into Roxy is quite an opener. I'm less convinced by some of the other details of this deck, but Worldwagon and Roxy is intriguing to me. I think I have to get rid of the elf, maybe. I could also get rid of the Fabled Passage. Okay. A Day of Judgment. Bloom-Kin. I believe I get rid of that. So I'm going to be Pawpatching their beans on 2 most likely, or holding it open. Oh, they don't have the beans. I mean, that's good news for me. Okay. Is there ever a world where I just Pawpatch this? I think I'm like probably meant to. It's a pretty sad Pawpatch, but I think it makes sense. And then we just hope they don't have Mistmores, because if they don't, Nissa's just going to chew everything up pretty conveniently. Okay. They don't have Mistmores. Phenomenal news. Okay, very nice. I believe we are obligated to kill this beanstalk. As much as it would be nice to get Roxanne going, of course. Boop. And they have to get lost. Nissa. The mighty 1/4 has arrived. Intriguing. So if I walled Wagon, I can actually crew it next turn with Chandra. Or I could just Roxanne, deal 2 to them. And get ourselves a meteorite. Oh, Chandra eat a map. That's kind of cute. I didn't actually think of that as an option. I don't hate it. Yeah, I actually kind of like this, I think. Because now we're threatening to, like, haste out the Worldwagon next turn. We're also digging towards our land drops slowly. Pretty hard for them to attack Chandra as well. Yeah, Chandra eating a Terra Sunder here, eating most of their turn is kind of phenomenal, right? It's kind of the dream. I'm worried we run into a sweeper slightly, but then I guess they lose their Xur, so that's fine if that happens. Well, they are not gaining priority. I'm tempted to be cheeky and fire off this Bushwhack, but I just don't know how much I care about the Xur even. I guess that the Xur means Nissa can't kill things anymore, so it's actually pretty awkward. Alright. I've talked myself into it. Oh, they have Ride's End. Bet you they have another Xur in hand. Yeah, it's quite plausible. I'm just hoping I don't get Sunfalled. Wow, they mill the third Xur. Okay. Deal. Powerful magic card. We'll see how that works out for your opponent. Yeah, it's kind of crazy to me as well, MJ. I don't really get it. I gotta be honest. I do not really get it. Gonna get Ride's Ended. Acceptable. Their Judgment over Sunfall. It's so contextual though, right? I also feel like the deck's kind of just lower on sweepers than I would be, but... Alright, we beat Domain. Let's go. I'm gonna go turn the lights on a sec.